here's a topic that
Yes.
we talk about this round and round.
We were dancing around it.
I know. So the question was, do you have to be an alpha female or an alpha to run a business?
To run a business. And I was like, I don't think so. And maybe I'm nervous about the term alpha because that comes with the connotation, can we say, bitch?
Yeah.
Where an aggressive woman, a strong woman is the B word, but the strong man is just, the CEO. So
Right.
maybe, but I always thought as women, we were more matriarchal with our businesses.
Right. And I don't know, like what Joe said about East Tennessee. For some reason, there's something really cool here in East Tennessee, and women here support each other.
We stick together. I mean, he noticed it having had a business in Georgia with me and then me having this business here. I've always been in the networking groups, and he was like, in Georgia, you guys all helped each other. He was like, you were in a couple of BNIs, you were in a couple of chambers, but you supported all the business owners, men, women, everybody. He was like, but I notice here when I'm your plus one and we go to things, that all the women that own businesses, you guys rep the heck out of each other. I was like, oh yeah, like I will tell you, Nerds to Go, that's a female owned. You should hit them up.
Right.
When I find out there's a female owned coffee shop around the corner, we're going there. Like, we're going to support Heidi. Like,
Right. And why do you think that's?
For me, personally,
Right.
my grandma started a business in the 50s when she was a single mom, and you just didn't do that. And she built houses, and when she passed away, like the Fort Worth Star-Telegram wrote an article about how she changed the face of real estate in Texas for not just women but for everybody. But I just saw how much she always gave back and supported other women in that field, and I wanted leave a little bit of her legacy through me and do the same thing, right? Like, because she helped raise me, so.
Well, I also think that a lot of the times women start businesses when they start having children.
Yeah.
Or they're planning on having children, and they think they're going to get the flexibility, but you don't.
But you don't, no.
But you don't.
You're just taking the kid with you to work. Like, Bo grew up in this field, so she's been in more salons than... Yeah,
Right.
She's laid on the floor in the office while I've done payrolls, and she was probably 2.
So, I mean, yeah, so we, it is more flexible because you can just put your child in a basket and go to work with
Yes.
you. But it's not a what's the word? It's not like a second.
It's not what you thought. It's
Right.
not that easy. Yeah.
It's not that easy, but it's also not kind of like, well, I want to be a mom. But I don't want to work. You're working.
You're working.
You are working.
I mean, I was the same way. My mom worked for my grandma, so she took me when I was little, and she used to joke she had to take 4 changes of clothes because my grandma built houses, and she was like, the worst was when the concrete guys came in, because you were everybody's baby.
Right.
So they didn't even ask.
They
They
just
just
pick you
came
up.
over and scooped you up, and I don't know if you ever worked in concrete, but you're covered in dust. And she was like, they'd hand you back to me, and she was like, you were this gray little blob. You were in a pink outfit before they picked you up.
Now you're in a gray outfit, and we have to
Now
change
you're
you.
gray.
Yeah. So definitely, I don't think you need to be an alpha, but you do need to have a community.
Yes, you need a village.
And you need to be of that mindset too, that it's not just them supporting you, it's you supporting them. And you have to brag on them as much as you want them to brag on you.
You have to find your tribe in wherever your business is located at. So while we talk about East Tennessee, because that's our current village, there's so many villages where the people are great and will support each other.
Right.
You just have to get out and find it. I would definitely start with your local chamber. I know our local chamber here is amazing, and they promote the businesses. But I would imagine most chambers everywhere. I mean, that's your goal, right?
Well, it is, but I always, the amount of times I've moved, I've always known that when I go somewhere when I move to a new area, I need to connect with people who can refer me. Like, they're not doing the same thing I do, but we kind of have the same clientele. So, like a lash lounge, facials and everything.
And we'll have people ask about massage.
Right.
And,
And then people come in, they go, where'd you get your nails done?
yes. But don't be scared also to help out someone who does what you do
Right.
too. Because I see that a lot in my industry. And I think there's enough bodies for everybody.
There is, and and there's certain things we don't do, like we don't do relaxation
Right.
massages, and then I don't test. I'm a herbalist, but I don't test, so we refer out to functional people who can do the testing for you, and then they'll send you back, and we'll work together as a team.
Excellent.
So
Find your village.
village.
Wow.